Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? I think all of you are well in grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. I am Hiron Chaudhary, Associate Professor and Head of the Department, Statistics Department, Eden Mohila College, Dhaka. Welcome to all of you on behalf of Eden Mohila College online classes. Our today's discussion is third year honors course statH 305 Operation Research topic simplex method. At first, what is simplex method? What is simplex method? A simplex method is an iterative procedure to find optimum basic feasible solution of a LPP by finite number of steps, finite number of iteration. A simplex method is an iterative procedure to find an optimum basic feasible solution of a LPP by finite number of iteration. To solve a linear programming problem by simplex method, we can follow various steps. That is, various steps involved to solve simplex methods are various steps. Step 1. At first, we have to verify whether the objective function is maximized. If it is not maximized, then we have to convert this maximization type. First step, if the objective function is in minimization type, then we have to convert it maximization type. How? By multiplying -1 on both sides. First step, if the objective function is minimization type, then we have to convert it maximization type by multiplying -1 on both sides. For example, if our objective function is, suppose our objective function is minimum z equal to c1 x1 c2 x2 C3 H3. Then maximum Z star equal to minimum Z, that is minus C1 X1 minus C2 X2 minus C3 X3. Number 2, step 2, we have to verify the right hand side of given LPP. The right hand side of given LPP is positive or not. If one of the right hand side, suppose BI's, are not positive, then we can reduce it positive. Verify whether the B J is equal to 0 if one of the B's are not positive, then we have to then multiply both sides by -1 to convert it positive. Verify whether the BI is positive. If one of the BI's are not positive, BI is not positive, then multiply both sides by -1 to convert it positive. For example, suppose 2x1 minus 2x1 plus 3x2 greater or equal to -5. One of the constraint is this, so it is not negative, that is we convert it negative by multiplying both sides -1, that is +5. Step 3, convert all the constraint into equation by adding or subtracting slag and surplus variable. What is slag and surplus variable? I have discussed earlier. Transfer all the constraint equations into equations by adding slag variables or subtracting surplus variable. Surplus variable. Step 4. Find initial basic feasible solution. Find initial basic feasible solution. How we can get initial basic feasible solutions? All the we for example, if our constant are x1, x2, s1, 3, 2x1, 3x2, s2, 2, then we set all the main variables equal to 0. All the main variables equal to 0. Then the solution is called initial basic feasible solution. The constant equation, all the main variables are equal to 0. Then we put then this solution is called initial basic feasible solution. Step 5. Construct the simplex table. Construct the simplex table. Step 6. Compute the net evaluation Cj minus Ej means summation Cbaij or Ej minus Cj, where A is the coefficient of the matrix. Coefficient of the matrix. Step 7. If Ej minus Cj is greater or 0, then the initial basic feasible solution is an optimum basic feasible solution. Number 1 condition. If at least one Ej minus Cj equal to 0 for a non-basic column vector and at least one Aij is positive, then by entering the vector, vectors in the basic, we get an alternative optimum basic feasible solution. We get an alternative optimum basic feasible solution. Number 2, if at least one of Ej minus Cj is equal to 0 for a non-basic column vector and all Aij less or equal to 0, then we get an alternative non-basic optimal solution. Number 3, if Ej minus Cj for all non-basic column vector then the problem has unique solution. Then the problem has unique solution. Step 8. Step 8. If at least one of Ej minus Cj is negative, then proceed on the next step. Proceed on the next step. If there are more than one negative values of Ej minus Cj, then select the most negative of them. Let it be Ep minus Cp for some j equal to P. Number 1, if all AIP equal to 0, then there is an unbounded solution. Number 2, if at least one of AIP is positive, then the corresponding vector AP enters the basis. If two or more decision variables are identical, if two or more variables are identical. Select any one of them. Number 4, if more cells are identical, select any one of them. If it is identical, select this one. If 2 or more select variables are identical, select any one of them. Five, if a decision variable and select variable are identical, select decision variable. Select decision variable. Step 9. Compute the ratios XBI AIP position. So select the minimum of them. Select the minimum of them. Let the minimum of these ratios be of these ratios be XBK A AP. Then the column vector AK will leave the basis AB. The element AKP is known as pivot element. Pivot or key element. Step 10. Convert the leading element to unity. Convert the element into unity by dividing its row. By dividing its row by the leading element. By the leading element itself, and all other elements and all other elements in its column are 0. Step 11. Now go to the step 6 and repeat the next step. Repeat the next step until either the optimum solution, until either the optimum solution is obtained. This is the various steps to find simplex method. So viewers, no more today. See you another day, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.